Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have an awesome day on this beautiful day. Let's get into today's video. Scott, today's video. I want to quickly talk about President Trump's NATO summit going on right now in Turkey. It's a 2-day summit. It's going on right now as I'm talking right now in this video. 2-day summits today and tomorrow. Very important summit in Turkey right now. Trump. Also, there's a video of Trump actually kind of like shaming NATO a little bit about them. Like he's kind of like trash talking NATO a little bit about like they didn't help him at all when it comes to the Iran situation. I'm assuming they're going to talk about that and also trying to get the Russia-Ukraine war solved. We need to get that Russia-Ukraine war solved, guys. It's a very bad war. It's very unnecessary. It's ridiculous when it comes to that Russia-Ukraine war. It's terrible. Everyone knows it. I think Putin and both Zelensky both want it to end. Even though for the Russia-Ukraine war in guys, Zelensky has to give up territory. That's the only way the war is going to end. I mean, I don't think it's really okay, but it's like that's the only way the war is going to end. There's like no, I don't like. There's no other possible way the Russia-Ukraine war ends without Zelensky giving up territory, without Ukraine giving up territory. I mean, it needs to happen for that war to end. Because like, Russia's not just going to end the war tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. I would love it to happen, but it's just not going to happen. So Ukraine, they need to give up some territory. They need to give up like the eastern part of Ukraine. It needs to happen. I'm not saying it's okay for what Russia did to Ukraine, but they want the war to end, dude. Ukraine needs to give some territory to Russia. It's the Russia-Ukraine war. It's terrible. It's been going on for 4 years. Thousands of people have died in the war. It's awful. Everyone knows that. But if Trump actually got the Russia-Ukraine war ended, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. That would be so good. Like that would be awesome. That would be a great world peace right there. The Russia-Ukraine war, I think, needs to come to an end. Trump's tried. He's both talked to Putin and Zelensky. I think both of them kind of know what they want. I think Putin, he needs to get territory out of this. I mean, there's no way the Russia-Ukraine war does not end without Putin getting some territory out of this. Russia needs to get some territory out of this. It needs to happen. It's like the war cannot end without a territory sought from Ukraine. Like Ukraine needs to get up territory. I think that's the only way the war is going to end, if I'm being honest. Or the war's just going to go on for way longer. Like there's no, I mean, I would love the war just ended tomorrow by Ukraine not be able to give up territory. That would be probably best case scenario. But the other best case scenario, Ukraine gives some territory and the war's over. I would take that any day of the week over the Russia-Ukraine war going on for longer. But anyway, guys, back to the NATO summit. President Trump kind of trash talk NATO a little bit for not helping them with the Iran situation, which I guess is kind of fair because like NATO didn't like help the United States at all. Which I don't expect NATO to like deploy troops or like start helping us bomb them. I don't expect them, but they at least should give up some weapons or money for us, in my opinion. I think Trump has a right to be mad. Of course, I'm not expecting the UK to help us bomb Iran. I would not bomb. I might give the United States some money, but I'm not gonna like bomb the Iran with the United States. That just doesn't make any sense. But I get President Trump's frustration a little bit because we've also been there for NATO a lot when we needed them. And now they're just not helping us at all. Like, that's kind of crazy. In my opinion, guys, if you want my opinion, it's not really just because of this Iran situation why we don't need NATO. I just think the United States is the most powerful country in the alliance. I don't think we really need NATO. Really, NATO needs the United States, but the United States does not need NATO. We do not need NATO at all. We spend the most on military and everyone in the entire alliance, all the way in Europe. I think China is more of a United States problem, and Europe problem is more of Russia is a European issue. China is our issue. I think we have two different enemies. But of course, yeah, Russia and China are still both enemies to the United States. But in my opinion, guys, China is a way bigger threat to us than Russia is, in my opinion. Especially because I feel like Russia's so overrated. Like Russia, in my opinion, everyone thought Russia was going to take Ukraine in like 3 days. Like everyone thought that. It just didn't. It just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Everyone thought Russia was going to sweep Ukraine easily. Didn't happen. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. But in my opinion, guys, China is I think a way more big of a problem to the United States than Russia is. And also, guys, the reason why NATO is kind of a problem because guys, let's just say Russia like attacks Lithuania. If that happens, we should not deploy troops in Lithuania. We're not going to send soldiers to die in Lithuania. We're not going to risk World War III over that. That's ridiculous because as you know what Article 5 is. If Article 5 does happen, because that implodes Article 5, which means that pretty much starts between a war between the United States and Russia, which, of course, everyone does not want. If Russia actually does that, which hopefully they do not do that because that'll be a problem. That's why it's like, we could send you some money, but we're not going to militarily get involved with that. That's just ridiculous. Why would we? This makes no sense. If like Lithuania gets attacked, like we'll send you some money and weapons, but we're not send troops to die for this. This is ridiculous. Like that's ridiculous. That starts a war between the United States, Europe, and Russia, which we don't want that, and that pretty much starts World War III. To be honest with you guys, But for the United States to get out of NATO, it's really actually Trump can't just like withdraw us from getting out of NATO. It's way more complicated than that. It's way more complicated. I believe Congress needs to get that approved. Like Trump can't just say we're getting out of NATO tomorrow. He can't just do that. I think it's illegal. I think so. He needs to go to Congress and get it approved. That's what President Trump needs to do there. Bam, guys. Trump's NATO summit going on right now. It's a 2-day summit. I personally think the U.S. should get out of NATO, but it's not that easy. I think Congress has to approve it. And I don't think Congress would really approve that, to be honest with you guys. I don't think they would. Maybe. I mean, we have slight majorities, but I don't know. I don't think some Republicans would be down with that. I mean, all the Democrats would probably vote us to stay in NATO. Even if we do get out of NATO, if like Gavin Newsom wins in 2028, he'll probably put us right back in the NATO when he becomes president. So, I mean, I would love the United States to get out of NATO, to be honest with you guys, because I don't think they really help us. Like, I think we help them, but they don't really help us. Like, they didn't really help us with this Iran situation. I don't expect them to give us like, I don't expect them to like deploy troops in Iran or like start bombing them like with us. But at least at least give us some money, dude. Like, come on, we're allies of you. Come on. That's why I just think I think NATO is a terrible alliance to the United States. It really is. Like, we're the most powerful country in NATO. Like, we do not need NATO. NATO though is kind of screwed without us though. They really are. But Russia, I mean, come on, they could barely take over Ukraine. Like, I mean, Russia is not our problem. China is. China is a huge issue. I think China is a bigger problem than most people realize. But anyway, guys, this video went 6 minutes. Like, it's 6 minutes. Kind of crazy. But anyway, guys, 7 minutes off the video here. This video's already been too long. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.